Hello, you guys, and welcome to this channel. For those of you all that don't know, I'm Mr. Williams. I'm the school counselor for you guys. And as I told you when I first came around and met you guys virtually, that each month we'll be doing a character word of the month. And so for this month, the character word is attentiveness. Attentiveness. The meaning of attentiveness is simply the act of paying attention. The act of paying attention. That's attentiveness. So, one of the first things in paying attention is looking at the person when they're speaking to you, or in this case, your teacher, as when your teacher is teaching. It's very important that you concentrate on your teacher, especially it's critical during this time of being virtual, because if you're not concentrating and focusing your eyes and attention on your teacher, guess what? You're going to miss something, and a very valuable lesson that you might need to pass on to the next grade. You'll miss it because you're not paying attention. So keep your eyes always glued to the screen so you can pay attention and be attentive to what the teacher is saying. Number two, ask questions if it's something that you don't understand. Why do you think that's important? It is important to ask questions if you don't understand, especially virtually, because how will the teacher know if you don't understand? How will the teacher know if you don't understand? Contrary to popular belief, your teachers cannot read your minds. So it's important that you raise your hand or hit the button at the bottom of your screen to raise your hand to signify to your teacher, hey, I don't understand this. Or when your teacher gives you the option and says, hey class, does everybody understand this math? Does everybody understand this vocabulary? Does everybody understand the lesson or the homework assignment that we're going to do? Now is the time to raise your hand or to ask questions. It's very important that you ask questions to get a clear understanding. And always remember this: there's no such thing as a dumb or stupid question. Dumb or stupid question is the question that you don't ask, because whether you realize it or not, there's somebody in your class who's thinking the same thing that you are thinking, only they may just be afraid to ask the question. So you can show leadership and you can step up and ask that question. So never be afraid to ask questions if you don't understand something. Let's see. Number three, sit up. Sit up straight. It will help you pay attention or appear attentive in class. Think about it. If I'm teaching virtually, or if we're person to person, and the teacher looks and sees you, with their head down, like, as a teacher, what am I going to assume? There are a couple things that I can assume. Maybe he or she is sick. Maybe they're tired. Maybe they might just be bored. But do we want to give that impression to our teachers? No, because we don't have that much time, and we want to take advantage of the time that we do have. So when you're in class, sit up straight and pay attention, because that's an indicator to your teacher that, hey, she's here today to learn, or he's here today to learn, and he's paying attention. And that's great because that lets the teacher know. That lets the teacher know that you're engaged, that you're ready and willing to learn. And that makes the whole learning process that much fun, that much more fun because you're engaged. And the teacher doesn't have to waste time constantly telling you, hey, Johnny, pick your head up, pick your head up. Because guess what? When that's happening, that's taking valuable instruction time away from the lesson because the teacher has to waste time telling somebody to pick their head up and pay attention. The last one, I'm sorry, four is don't draw attention to yourself. As we said before, being virtual, time is of the essence. That means time is really, really important. So the time that you do have with your teachers, take advantage of that time and don't waste that time by acting silly, playing with your camera, turning your camera on and off, making noises, unmuting yourself when the teacher tells you not to do that, because guess what? Then you're starting to become a distraction. All a distraction is somebody who's taking the attention off of the teacher and the lesson and getting it on them. So if I'm in the camera like making all kind of crazy faces and jumping all around the house and running around or whatever, guess what? Now I'm not paying attention, but also I might be distracting somebody else because they're busy looking at, hey, look at Mr. Williams. He running around. Look at what he doing. Now the teacher is teaching, but is anybody paying attention to what the teacher is saying? No, because they're paying attention to Mr. Williams, and Mr. Williams is being a distraction. So don't you be a distraction to your other classmates. And the last one, the opposite of don't be a distraction is taking the personal responsibility and just don't be distracted by someone else. At the end of the day, we control our own actions. I can't control what you do. You can't control what I do. But guess what? I can control myself. So if there is somebody who's trying to be a distraction, guess what? I have the power. I have the power to not allow that person to distract me. Because at the end of the day, I realize, hey, I'm here to learn. I'm not here to be a comedian. I'm not here to make other people laugh. My parents don't have me in school to be a comedian or to make other people laugh or to distract other people from learning. So you have to be focused. You have to have a pinpoint focus. Like, hey, whoever class I'm in, whether it's Miss Lawson or Miss Prince or Miss Green or Miss Cheney or whoever class it is, I'm going to give that teacher 100% of my focus, and I'm not going to allow anybody to be a distraction because I'm being, what's the character word for the month? Attentive. And attentive means what? The act of paying attention. So, one last time, the character word for this month is attentiveness. And the meaning of attentiveness is the act of paying attention. I hope you have been paying attention to this quick lesson. I'll see you again next month. Thank you.